Today on Paranormal Insights, we're going to take a look at archangels and if you can actually call them to help you.
And we have a viewer question from Lynn about her career path.
And a quick look with Homer Castillo and the Star Emissary Intuitive Arts Center. I'm Joseph Ernest Martin.
I'm Cindy Grayson.
And this is Paranormal Insights, where we bring you the latest and best from the metaphysical world.
Here you get real tools and insights to your questions as we bring you answers from beyond the ordinary.
Cindy is a certified hypnotherapist and a masterful past life regressionist. She also works with spirit guides and white light entities as a medical intuitive.
Joseph is an award-winning psychic of over 25 years and the author of the international bestseller, The Quest to Row. Joseph is also the recipient of the Visionary Award of Excellence.
Well, I actually really like the idea of angels with wings. To me, it just goes with the idea of these heavenly beings.
They do, and we have seen them with such vast wing expanse that it's just very comforting. They can wrap around us, and they're soft, and they're just feeling.
As ubiquitous as air and varied as snowflakes, angels in one form or another are everywhere in our culture. There are prophecy angels, fallen angels, funny angels. There are famous movie angels, like in films as It's a Wonderful Life, I Married an Angel, or Angels in the Outfield. And on television with past series like Touched by an Angel and Highway to Heaven, or currently in the series Supernatural and others. But what about archangels? Literally, the term archangel means chief angel. You can picture them as the ones in charge of the rest. They carry God's grace. In some beliefs, there are 7 archangels, which commonly include, and this is very hard to say, Uriel, Raguel, Ramiel, and Saraquel. I hope I said that right. But common to most beliefs, there are 3 top archangels, and I'm sure you may have heard of them. They are Raphael, Gabriel, and Michael. Archangel Raphael is associated with health and healing. If you are sick or have someone whom you love that is sick, you can pray to or call upon Raphael to help heal them. There is no request either too big or too small for Raphael. Raphael is also associated with mentoring and will assist doctors or nurses with their care. If you are in the hospital, you can wear a medal of Archangel Raphael around your neck or pin to your shirt or blouse. Rub the medal and pray for help from Raphael. Always honoring the law of free will, Raphael will do his best to lend healing inspiration and divine guidance to those providing care to the sick. Archangel Gabriel is associated with guardianship and guiding us to our highest potential. Gabriel is a minister to humans and considered to be a manager angel. Gabriel is often felt as a feminine presence. These angels' presences is often experienced as one that foretells or trumpets the heralding of the new. Gabriel may tell the forthcoming of births or be called upon to help with communication, spoken or written expression, and can be called for help in song or art. Gabriel also is strongly associated with children and parents. This angel lovingly guides us to be nurturing with our inner child. This archangel is the ambassador of gratitude and glad tidings. Archangel Michael is often considered to be the leader within the angelic order. Michael may be considered to be the top and oversees the responsibilities of the guardian angels and the other celestial light beings. Michael can be called upon to help us with our life path and our purpose in this lifetime. This angel can help us protect us in times of trouble. Archangel Michael's name really means the one who is God or he who is like God. Michael wants to remind us who we are and what we are here to do. We can call upon Archangel Michael when we need to realize our true direction, when we need to remember our true divinity. Michael is our strongest protector, and when we are in trouble or danger, this angel is the one to call. We are told that when we have a need, All you have to do is call upon an archangel and they will come to you. But here's the clinker. You cannot command an angel to do anything. All you can ever do is ask. Angels, and especially archangels, have minds of their own, and they work for the greatest good and love of God. So it's best to establish a relationship with these powerful beings often and early, so that when you do need them, you know who to call. And it ties in, I think, to everyone's secret wish of being able to fly. We love the idea of angels flying because we wish we could be more like them and actually fly too. Now, you know, of course, I was raised, I mean, believe it or not, I'm a psychic guy, but I was raised Catholic, and at the Catholic Church, I went to First Holy Communion and did all these things. And so for me, I grew up with very strong depictions of angels, saints, and the like.
There are different types of angels, such as guardian angels, archangels, cherubim, and seraphim. There are many more types of angels, but these are the most commonly known types. Guardian angels are believed to be assigned to a specific person for the duration of that person's life. There can be several guardian angels assigned to one person. I'm not sure if that's because some of us need more help than others. But guardian angels are ever present to assist us in achieving our soul lessons for this life. Archangels are believed to be of high rank and the embodiment of God's love. Archangels are here to help everyone and can be in many places at once. Some people believe it's wrong to ask an archangel for help, when actually they're just simply waiting to be asked. There are several archangels. Two of the most well-known archangels are Michael and Raphael. Archangel Michael is known for being the most like God. Michael is portrayed as wielding a sword to cut through negativity and offer protection. Archangel Raphael's name means he who heals. Archangel Raphael is synonymous with healing. There are two schools of thought about angels. Some believe that angels are their own phyla or species of being that have never been born as human. Others believe that angels can incarnate as humans, live a typical life like other humans, then return to being an angel when they go back to the other side. The reason for incarnating is to help them understand what it's like to be human with the emotional and physical struggles we all face. They are here to help us throughout our lives. They can provide help more often if only we ask. It's important to clarify that archangels are not God and should not be prayed to or deified. Instead, they are messengers from God, and they're here to help us. It's not only okay to ask angels directly for their help, it's expected.
Though I have to completely agree with you, I believe that a lot of what was being depicted, especially hundreds of years later by artists reading accounts of what happened, is to try to show the energy and the aura and the majesty in a way that's visual in art. And who knows how many angels we've met on the street and just didn't know it.
Oh, I think we've all met several, but we don't know it because they're not here to go, hey, did you know I'm an angel?
If you need to call upon an angel, here are some tips on how you can do just that. First, place yourself in a state of meditation and peace. Relax and don't rush. Breathe deeply and be calm. Give yourself all the time in the world and imagine yourself in a state of joy and love. Secondly, call the angel you feel will help you the most and will understand what it is you truly need at that moment. Be specific and greet your angel by name. It's all right to ask your angel to appear to you, and please don't be afraid when they do. Your angels love you deeply and understand more than you will ever know. Thirdly, talk to them as you would a trusted friend or loved family member. Never ever try to lie or conceal anything from them. Why? Because they already know the truth. And lastly, ask your request of them with the good of all in mind. Angels will not respond to selfish or hateful requests. Asking an angel to help your team win would mean asking to make another team lose, and they simply won't do that, nor would they care. Instead, speak from your heart and know that they care and love you more than you can actually imagine.
They're very subtle. They're here to help you out without really being remembered about who they are. They just help you through a little bit and you keep going. And what's interesting is you and I, we have different opinions on one little spot, and that is whether or not you pray. to an angel. And maybe it's just a bit of semantics because they're not a deity, but you can ask them for help. There's a simple visual exercise you can perform that calls upon the assistance of Archangels Michael and Raphael. And it's commonly referred to as cord cutting. You see, we develop energetic connecting cords with every person who has ever crossed our path, including the person who recently cut you off on the freeway. Some connections are sacred and will always remain with you, such as the connection with our loved ones, our family, our children. Other connections are kind of like weeds in the flower garden, and they take up space and energy that can be better used elsewhere. The cords vary in size and are attached to every part of our body. The large, non-sacred connections are a result of a toxic person in our lives. So let's eliminate the current cords that are not serving us well. Before starting the cord cutting process, I recommend that you find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be interrupted. After taking a deep breath, call upon Archangel Michael, ask him to use his sword to cut all unnecessary cords. Visualize his sword passing all around your entire body, even under your feet and arms. Since the sword cuts off the cords but doesn't pull them out of your body, visualize each of the cut cords being vacuumed by one large vacuum over your head. Then ask Archangel Raphael, who's known as for his healing energy, to fill all the newly created voids with an emerald green light. Be sure to thank Archangels Michael and Raphael for their assistance. And you can call upon them, but calling upon them is not, in my reference point, not praying to them.
Well, I can definitely see the difference with that. And I think that the energy and intent of what we're doing with our angels is what's going to matter to them anyway.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah.
I think it matters to us more than them.
It does.
And now we're going to visit with Homer Castillo from the Star Emissary Intuitive Arts Center.
Hi, this is Cindy Grayson. We're at the New Earth Expo in Sacramento, and I'm here with Homer Castillo, who is an energy worker, healer, multi-generational at that, and he works with intergalactic, interdimensional energy. Homer, I understand you've been doing this all your life. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit more about what the interdimensional, intergalactical healing is?
Okay, yes, I have been doing this all my life. My ancestors, my grandmothers, on my dad's side, on my mom's side, have been healers as well. Some of them were killed in the war because of what World War II, because of what they knew how to do and what they could do. But the knowledge still passes on in every generation, and sometimes it skips a generation. Okay. So my parents have abilities, but it sort of skipped that generation and went to me.
Okay.
And every generation, there's always one person that takes on the responsibility of passing along the knowledge and the information. And they've been working with intergalactic beings, angels, fairy people, so forth. So I grew up with that, and it was a normal thing.
Okay, can you explain more about what it's like to work with intergalactic beings and other entities?
It's like working with the light, working with angels, and that's how I see angels, beings of light. And beings of light is just like love, and just feeling the love and feeling the love from a being, and just, if that makes sense.
It does, it does.
Okay, yes, yeah. That's how it feels like.
Okay, and so this is just something that you were born with. It's not that you had to train for, although with time comes a lot of skill.
Yes.
So.
Yes, I was born with it, but I do believe that everyone, no matter who they are, what culture, what family, everyone has something. So what I can do, everyone else can do as well. It's just finding that unique quality, that unique talent in them. It may be different, but still there is that healing quality within everyone.
Wonderful. And you have such an elaborate structure here. Can you tell me how this helps you heal people?
Okay, everything you see here is made out of copper. And inside each pipe, it's crystal powder and sage leaves. And every single piece was constructed in the way of love. So, well, a few years ago, I got the information to build this.
Okay.
My dad's the engineer, so he brought in the technical aspect of it. So we worked our talents together. But I said, when we put this together, we have to be in a good mood. We have to be in total alignment. And because every single piece is infused with love and high vibration. Sometimes we got on each other's nerves,
Of course.
and things wouldn't work together and they would fall apart. So yes, so we would have to set it aside, wait until things simmer. Then when we're back in the flow, we're able to construct it. And on the sides of the pyramids, you may see writing.
That's what that is.
And it's actually one of my languages. Usually I write it in paper or on paper, but with copper it was tricky because it wasn't exactly the way it was on paper, but we did our best. But the important thing was to bring in the emotion of the intent of what we wanted to convey. And one of the messages was to awaken my brothers and sisters for what's to come. So everyone gets their own message. So they would ask me, what does this mean? And I would say to them, well, you tell me what it means, because I want to hear what you have to say, because I know what it means for me.
Right.
And it's actually paying tribute to the divine light, the song of creation. You know, the one light. So that's when all three pyramids are together. That's what it's talking about.
This is fascinating. Okay,
Thank you.
so I'm sure other people would like to get in touch with you and probably come see what you have and maybe schedule a session with you. How can people get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me if they go on my website. It's www.staremissary.com. There's many ways that I can get a hold of them. I also do long distance work as well. So time and distance doesn't matter. I work on people from different countries too. Just different time zones, but we just coordinate time.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I thank you so much for sharing with us and for everything that you do.
Thank you,
help
Cindy.
people. Thank you, Homer.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that we had a chance to talk with Homer, because he is such a great guy. He is so talented. He is an artist. He is a psychic. He is a healer. He is intuitive. He talks with aliens. There is so much going on with this guy. And if you've ever seen him at a show at his booth, you would just go, holy cow. He has the most amazing crystal and copper structures. I was just impressed even with just that.
Oh, I was too. And when I asked him about how all this came about, it was channeled to him. And what went down on paper didn't quite go the same way with the copper and, you know, bending it. But each one of those pieces are filled with crystals. And it's just, it's hard to describe. It was so fascinating. I just wanted to sit there and talk to him for hours with all the information and experience he has.
Homer's also traveled the world. He has been everywhere. Him and his family have visited all the great sites. He has experienced things that I'm so jealous. I would love to have gone with him. And his attitude about everything he does is so positive and amazing. Honestly, I'm just so impressed with him. And if you get a chance to look Homer up on the internet, Homer Castillo, it'll be on, of course, the end of the segment that you saw and at the end of the credits. Take a look at what this guy does. He is the real deal.
Oh, and some of the pictures he has online show just thousands of orbs around him. The guy is a magnet for great energy, and yet he is so humble, just down to earth. You wouldn't think this guy had all these gifts if you just met him on the street. I could just take him home with me.
Hey, me too. Maybe we should try doing that. We got to call Homer. Maybe, you know, we got to do another segment with Homer where he shows us his healing.
I would love to.
I think that'd be great.
Can I volunteer for that one?
I think we both can. I'm looking forward to it.
And here's a viewer question from Lynn, who has a question about her career path.
Joseph, my question for you is I want to know if I'm on the right career path and what signs that I might look out for so that I can best develop myself.
Thank you so much, Lynn, for this question. You know, career is so important. It's so important to all of us. It's something that millions and millions of us are not only looking at right now, but reevaluating. I've asked my guides to come in, and of course I've asked your guides to come in and talk to us, and we're going to see through the cards and through what they tell me in my mind what they want to tell you about your career path, if you're on the right career path, and what you can best do to develop yourself. The first thing I want to tell you is this is actually going to take some work on your part. This does not look like an easy path, but it does look like a really kind of good path, to be honest with you. I want you to know that you are stronger than even you let yourself believe, even at this time. And so I'd like you to have a little more self-confidence the best you can. Get some people who just love you and want to cheerlead for you and ask them to do it right now. It'll just help perk you up and feel better. You are naturally successful and you have a really curious mind. And so you like to know how things work, how things happen, where they need to be, what you need to do. You just really want to know everything. And so that's really kind of good. You need to be out in the world a little bit more where people can see you. And since you have this curiosity, this inquisitive mind, it's a good time to ask people you know to help you in questions of career at this time in your life. I'm hopeful for you in your future, but I think I'm actually more hopeful for you than you are. I would like you to get happy in this process of career and career path instead of so worried about making the absolute perfect right choice for yourself. I also want to tell you that this period of time for you is really a fork in the road. And so you have got to decide which fork in the road you are going to take. This is going to be really important because what you decide now is going to influence all future events for a long, long time. And I don't see this as choosing one of two good choices. Actually, I see a kind of bad choice and a kind of good choice for you. So of course I will encourage you to choose the good one, and we'll ask about how you can tell the difference. Well, I'm going to tell you how we can tell the difference. The easiest way for you to tell the difference is to choose the path in which you have the most love in your heart for. Not what makes the most sense, not what might make the most money, but what actually has the biggest connection to your heart is the direction I would like you to choose for your future going forward in career path. I feel that where you are right now isn't exactly where I'd want you to be. So I think change is going to be good for you, and I think reevaluating right now is what you should be doing. However, you need to get on a path that engages your emotional center, your heart, that makes you happy and joyous when you wake up in the morning, and where when you talk about your job, you can't wait to share with people how was your day, what happened, and who you met. If you can do that, then you got to come back on the show. We're going to have you teach everybody how to do that too, because that's exactly what you need to do. And that is, as it appears from your guide's message, good advice not only for you, but for all of us who are looking at career path, and our futures on this planet. Thank you so much, Lynn, for asking this question.
My guides are telling me that you are on the right career path just for the present. Your career path will have significant changes at least 3 times over the next 20 years or so. You have a thirst for knowledge and will continue on a lifelong quest to not only learn more, but to apply it in helping and understanding others. You have a desire to help people and make many things better. It could be to help people heal and/or improving the environment. You have a let's make this better approach. You are confident that you can do whatever you decide to do, but you also want to make sure that whatever it is, it's serving to progress you along your spiritual journey. In fact, your quandary might be that you're interested in too many possible directions, thinking that there must be only one right direction. Know that your career choices are not a black and white situation. There are many directions that could fulfill your life chart that are related. The signs to look for are the ones that capture your attention. If you have an idea for personal development, pay attention to that first thought and feeling about that idea. Some thoughts will feel like an aha moment, almost like feeling that yummy feeling when you order your favorite dessert. It just feels good. You know it's what you want, and it's hard to wait for it. Do you get the chills when considering an idea for development? If so, that's a very strong sign that it is something you should pay attention to. But when you get an idea that doesn't feel quite right, be sure you listen to that feeling. You know, Lynn's question brings up a lot of issues for a lot of people, and that is, how do you know when to make the right choice when you really are on a spiritual path and you want to go down that right path, but you're afraid that you're going to make the wrong choice? And I think that we both nailed it, and it's interesting because we do our readings at separate times, and we both realize that when you get that feeling of joy or yumminess, we know that that's the right decision to make.
And making the right decision is always good, especially if you can make the right decision. Making a decision is always necessary, so it's always good to do that. And you know, you just said something, and I just wanted to like really kind of drive it home. When we do our readings, we do them in different cities at different times, and we don't even know what we're going to say
Different days.
until we come into the studio to actually film. And we are constantly amazed how the information that comes through from the viewers to the viewers is so similar in nature. It's just amazing to me. And so Lynn, I have to say, Lynn, you got a lot of great information today from us, and this came sincerely from us in 2 different cities, 2 different times.
Yes, and we both work with our guides and our angels, and I know, and this is what's important. We go through our process and we ask to be guided the same way you can ask. Any person can ask for guidance on making decisions. Listen to your body, listen to the feelings. The right decision is going to feel so much better than the wrong one.
We want to answer your questions and address your topics. If you have questions you'd like us to answer or topics you'd like us to look into, we're easy to find. You can find me at questtarot.com or email me at joseph@questtarot.com.
You can find me at cgraysonhypnosis.com or email me at cindy@cgraysonhypnosis.com. You can watch this program on Comcast Channel 17 in the Sacramento area. See more at accesssacramento.org. And on Comcast Channels 23, 28, 29, and 33 in the San Francisco Bay Area, as well as AT&T Uverse on Channel 99 throughout the state of California. Saturday evenings at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Also check out betv.org and more channel listings at att-services.net.
You can follow us on Facebook, Vimeo, and YouTube. Simply search Joseph Ernest Martin, Cindy Grayson, or the show title, Paranormal Insights. And be sure to watch our new weekly series, The Magic Minute, where you'll learn easy-to-use everyday magic to make your life better every Wednesday on YouTube. And when you watch, be sure to click like and subscribe. Please send us your questions and topics,
so we can share our paranormal insights
and answers from beyond the ordinary.